Welcome back, you guys. You know what time it is. You have reached the very end of this special episode. I really actually hope you guys enjoyed that performance because it has me so excited for future performances down the road. I don't have any tricks up my sleeve right now, but I'm ruminating on some ideas. But let's start rocking and rolling. It is time for me and our correspondent Kelly Fitzpatrick to share with you what made us this week go, we're done. Welcome back to the Shmee Show, Kelly Fitzpatrick!
Sam, hey! Thanks for having me back.
You look very beautiful today, as usual, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks. I know I'm in a different location. I was so nervous that the lighting wouldn't be all right. But you know what? I feel like this is a calm, serene environment.
Yes.
So
live from the beach.
Yes, I am. I am currently at the beach.
And I'm apparently live from the Millennium Falcon in my Han Solo real vest.
I know, but you look so cute.
I know. I love this. My friend who works in the fashion industry gave this to me years ago because he always has stuff in his closet he will never wear again. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the pieces. And there's a hood underneath this that comes out.
That's cool.
As like a drag reveal, you know, like whoosh, we love a good reveal.
A hood.
Also, shout out Alex Johnson. Hey. Anyways,
I was gonna say something about that.
Yeah, It's funny. This was a shirt that I wanted to wear for the interview. I'm like, that might be a little too much.
That's a lot. That's...
She would have been like, I have to go.
Yeah.
What this week, Miss Kelly Fitzpatrick, had you saying we're done?
I don't know if anyone out there that follow me on TikTok or anything like that, but like a month ago, I posted a video because there's this guy that I kept seeing on my For You page that I was like, this man is so hot. He's so fine. Yeah. But he isn't one of those TikTok creators that is literally only popular because he's hot. Like he got popular because of the fact that he did something. I'm keeping it very, discreet because I have not mentioned who it is and nobody's guessed it. So obviously.
Oh wait, I thought one person guessed it.
Yeah, but it quickly got deleted, so I don't know. Anyway, so I just made a video ranting in my car. I was just like, I see this guy, I officially have a TikTok crush, and I don't like the fact that I have one now, but I think he's older than me, and he's got dimples, and he's really hot, and I think he's Canadian. It took off in Canada. And all over, people being like, we need to find this man. So I made a follow-up saying, listen, I'm trying to play it cool here, and frankly, he never posts about relationship stuff. I don't know his status. Frankly, I don't want to cross any boundaries, and I don't know if he wants to be involved in something like this. Gee, if someone had guessed his name and it had stayed up there for a long time, I would have eventually liked it and been like, lower your voice. But whatever. I was trying to play it cool, and then finally, everyone was just quoting Wayne Gretzky, "You miss 100% of shots you don't take," and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I slid in the DMs, and either he didn't see the message because we don't follow each other and it kind of goes into a separate folder, or he saw it and absolutely did not respond. And so I put a video out there and I was like, guys, the journey's over. I could take defeat with grace. And I will say the amount of very attractive Canadian men that have been tagged in my comment section and stuff
I've seen
that.
some.
Unbelievable. You should see my DMs right now. It's unreal. But you know what? So what made me done is that I got publicly rejected in front of hundreds of thousands of people on the internet and a whole other ass country.
Yeah. So I guess you can now return those hockey sticks you bought to try to impress.
Yeah,
impress that
I am putting back the maple syrup. Yeah, but it was whatever. It was honestly just for fun. It's not like I had put any real weight into it because I did not. I literally just made the initial TikTok just because I'm thirsty, and I was just like, this guy's so hot, and I didn't know where else to just vent that frustration. But really, really big creators saw it, like Shay Aiden, the guy with the little hands and stuff. He was responding.
My God,
so many people with funny. Millions of followers were responding.
That is so funny, Kel.
I know, and just this one guy, I was like, I think at this point we can assume he's seen at least one of these videos.
He has to have. I don't doubt it.
Right. And I mean, like, if he didn't check his DM, because like so many responses to my last video were
Yeah.
like, wait, I have to go check my DMs. Like, so I'm just
Oh
like,
my God, that is
so,
funny.
yeah. So like, I don't know, but that's why I'm done this week. It's because I was rejected on the internet.
All right, so I guess it's my turn to share what made me say I'm done.
Yes.
Okay. It's a very intense story. So I was on my way to Central Park last Sunday to hang out with my friends. Shout out to my friends. And I was taking the path from Hoboken like I normally do. And the second I got onto the PATH train, inside of the car, I was like, why are there fucking cookie crumbs all over this train car? I didn't think... I mean, you don't question things that happen on the train. You just go
No,
with
not
it.
really.
A man dressed as a Chucky doll running around, another Tuesday. So I was sitting there and I see these like cookies flying past my face going across the train car. And I realized there's just these very young kids, probably the ages of 13 to 17, scattered like throughout the train, just dicking around. And at first I'm thinking, it's just they're being stupid kids, you know, and they reeked of pot. So again, I'm not bothering them. I'm literally minding my business, gonna let them be hooligans to each other. So as the train doors close, I see them throw a cookie at the guy sitting across from me, who, by the way, has just come back from baseball practice and is holding 2 baseball bats.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, I hope they fucking know that guy because he has 2 baseball
I was gonna
bats.
ask. He doesn't know them, right?
No.
Okay.
And the guy doesn't make a reaction. He makes like a face of like, what the fuck? But he doesn't make an actual reaction. So then a cookie hits me. And at this point, I've had enough already because I know if I don't say something, they're not going to stop. So normally I would have said, guys, cut it out. But for some reason, I felt like being Butch Sam that day. So I went, yo, cut it out. And that set
I bought
off
it. I totally bought it.
Did you? Oh, yeah.
Was that good?
Yeah, that was what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about. And so that set off a wildfire. And so there's 6 of them. The one main friend was the biggest problem because then they were all riled up and I was kind of antagonizing them in a way of trying to get them to let out their steam to diffuse the situation. Because they kept saying things like, you want to go, mind your business. And I was saying, you threw a fucking cookie at me. It is my business.
Right.
And then they started throwing cookies at elderly women on the train. But here's what I got so pissed off about. I kept saying, guys, cut it out. We are all here for business to go from point A to point B. We're all going to the same place. Just sit down and fucking behave. And no one else on the train was saying anything. Even people who were getting thrown cookies at weren't saying anything. And I'm like, you threw cookies at a guy with a baseball bat and a guy who would kick your ass. Make better life choices. And so they're just being assholes. And then they start calling me a faggot because I'm just living my life. And they start saying things like, I bet you like to get fucked up the butt. You love to ride dick. You fucking faggot. You know, faggot this, faggot that. They were just going at it.
What the hell?
So I just kept saying over and over again, just sit down and shut up. Just sit down and shut up. We are all cool. Everyone on this train is cool. Just sit down and shut up. And they wouldn't. They literally kept throwing shit at me and calling me a faggot. So I was looking around the train thinking, is anyone going to step in and back me up? And no one was. So I thought, well, fuck all of you for being awful citizens. Because if this was like an actual heightened situation, would any of you have actually stepped in to help me? Or would I have had to grab the baseball bat across from me and start swinging? And the only reason why I let it go and allowed them, and I just sat there and I looked straight ahead out the window the entire train ride. The reason why I let it go was because 1, they were kids. 2, their eyes were so red, I couldn't even imagine how much pot that they had been smoking. And 3, what good would it have done? What lesson could I have possibly taught a whole bunch of high as fuck 16-year-olds in that moment? Nothing. But my favorite moment, though, that brought me joy out of the story is I love children, okay? Like, I love children. I want to have kids one day. Mainly because I love to scare children. So my kids need to be prepared to be terrorized. I love pulling pranks and stuff like that.
Right.
So my favorite moment from the story was the stop before mine, most of those kids got off. And I was basically stuck with the kids who couldn't be seriously more than 10 to 12 years old. And I leave 33rd and I'm on the street and I feel this presence behind me, right? And so all of a sudden I like glance over and it's like the young kid. And he's saying something and I had my headphones and my music playing. And I stop fucking, Dua Lipa. Also, don't judge a book by its cover. And
I like Dua Lipa.
and so then he's saying something to me and he's like, look who it is. It's me. Hi, it's me. And I literally, I'm going to get up to do this. I go, and he's like, ah! And he scattered so fast. And it was my favorite moment of all time.
Back up, kid. I will punch a child.
I know. I was like, you don't want to know who I am. You don't want to see Butch Sam, so
Oh my god.
That is what had me.
Listen, kid, you might still believe in the tooth fairy. I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah, like I could have picked him up by his head and been like, what?
Yeah.
What do you want? And it was just actually so sad that to me, I wasn't traumatized at all. I laughed about it. It was like, my adrenaline wasn't even rushing because I was so calm the entire time because I'm like, these are just high kids, whatever.
Yeah.
But so when I told my friends about it at the park, they're like, oh my God, Sam, that must have been so traumatizing. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Like a bunch of punk ass kids. Who cares?
I was hate crimed this morning, but meh.
Oh God. All right. Anything else you want to say, Cal, before we wrap up?
I think that's about it. I got rejected and you got slurred.
We had a great week. Wow. What a week. All right, guys. Well, that was today's show. Shout out to Taylor Tote, her guitarist Tom, and my friend / audio recordist Brian. You guys made that live performance sick as hell. And the doors are open for more performances and musicians who want to come on the Shmee Show. Shout out to Kelly Fitzpatrick, obviously, as usual, for coming on, bantering, shooting the shit like we do best. Next week on the show, you guys are going to meet another Shmee Show correspondent, my friend and neighbor, Greg Contaldi. We are breaking out of the studio next week and giving you guys a little Shmee on the street, man on the street action. It's going to be kooky. It's going to be wild. There are some characters we are going to meet up in this town, so you guys do not want to miss that. And next week, we have our very, very special guest, the one, the only, Jenny J. Wow Farley will be here on the Shmee Show. This interview is so special to both of us because we peel back the curtain a little bit to take a peek on parts of Jenny's life that her fans and the world may not know about. It's iconic, it's amazing, and Jenny is a hoot and a holler, so you definitely don't want to miss that. All right, guys, well, enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you same place, same time next Tuesday, and always choose 100% pure joy. Bye!